The Outermost House, A Year of Life on the Great Beach of Cape Cod by Henry Beston. Chapter 6, Lanterns on the Beach, Section 3. From Monomoy Point to Race Point in Provincetown, full 50 miles, 12 Coast Guard stations watch the beach and the shipping night and day. There are no breaks save natural ones in this keep of the frontier. Between the stations, at some midway and convenient point, stand huts called halfway houses, and stations, huts, and lighthouses are linked together by a special telephone system owned and maintained by the Coast Guard services. Every night in the year, when darkness has fallen on the Cape and the somber thunder of ocean is heard in the pitch pines and the moors, lights are to be seen moving along these 50 miles of sand, some going north, some south, twinkles and points of light, solitary and mysterious. These lights gleam from the lanterns and electric torches of the Coast Guardsmen of the Cape, walking in the night patrols. When the nights are full of wind and rain, loneliness, and the thunder of the sea, these lights along the surf have a quality of romance and beauty that is Elizabethan, that is beyond all stain of present time. Sometimes a red flare burns on the edge of ocean. A red fireworks flare, which means wreck or danger of wreck. "You are standing in too near to the outer bar," says the red light to the freighter lost in a night's downpour of March rain. "Keep off! Keep off! Keep off!" The signal burns and sputters. The smoke is blown away almost ere it is born. The glassy bellies of the advancing breakers turn to volutes of rosy black, the seething foam to a strange vermilion pink. In the night and rain beyond the hole of light, an answering bellow sounds. Ship lights dim as the vessel changes her course. The red flare dies to a sizzling, empty cartridge. The great dark of the beach returns to the solitary dunes. The next day, it is all entered quietly in the station log. 2:36 a.m. saw freighter standing in toward outer bar. Burned Coston signals. Freighter whistled and changed her course. Every night they go. Every night of the year, the eastern beaches see the comings and goings of the wardens of Cape Cod. Winter and summer they pass and repass, now through the midnight sleet and fury of a great nor'easter, now through August quiet and the reddish golden radiance of an old moon rising after midnight from the sea, now through a world of rain shaken with heavy thunder and stabbed through and through with lightning. And always, always alone. Whenever I rise at earliest dawn, I find the beach traced and retraced with footprints that vanish in the distances. Each step a chain forged anew, each night in the courageous service of mankind. Night patrols go between the stations and their halfway houses. Under certain circumstances and at special times of the year, the last patrol in the morning may end at a key post placed on some commanding height above the beach. While on patrol, the men carry a stock of red flare cartridges, the Coston lights, a handle to burn them in, and a watchman's clock, which they must wind with a special key kept at the halfway house. In summer, the beaches are covered twice every night, in winter 3 times. The first patrol leaving the station soon after dark, the second at midnight, and the third an hour or so before the dawn. The average patrol covers something like 7 miles. Only one man from each station is on the beach at any given time, so north and south patrols alternate through the night. Day patrols are maintained only during stormy or foggy weather. The men then have to walk the beach night and day with not much chance for proper rest. Mile after mile of a furious winter day on the heels of a long and almost sleepless night. The usual day watch is kept from the towers of the stations. A surfman who has discovered a wreck or found some sort of trouble on the beach first burns the Coston light I have already mentioned. This warns his station that there is something the matter, and at the same time tells men aboard the wreck that they have been seen and that help is coming. If the wreck lies near the station, the guard returns with his news. If it lies near the halfway house, he telephones. At the station, the man on station watch gives the alarm. Everybody tumbles up, and in the quickest possible time, the crew and their apparatus are on the beach, hurrying through the darkness to the wreck. Each station has now a small tractor to draw its apparatus down the beach. The crew of a stranded ship may be taken off either in the lifeboat or the beach's buoy. Everything depends on the conditions of the hour. The life-saving cannon and its auxiliary apparatus, its powder, lines, hawsers, and pulleys are kept in a stout two-wheeled wagon called the beach cart. The shot, or projectile, fired from this gun resembles a heavy brass window weight, with one end pulled out into a stout 2-foot rod ending in a loop. When a wreck lies offshore in the surf, the end of a very light line called the shot line is attached to the eyelet in the brass projectile, and the gun aimed at the wreck with particular care. One must place the shot where the men in the rigging can reach it, and yet avoid striking them. If all goes well, the shot whizzes into the very teeth of the gale and falls aboard, leaving the shot line entangled. Should the wrecked man succeed in reaching and hauling in this first cord, a heavier line is sent on, and when the mariners haul in this second line, the whip they haul out to their vessel, the life buoy and its hawser. Pulleys and cables are so rigged as to permit the buoy to be hauled in and out to the wreck by the Coast Guard crew. After everybody has been taken off, an ingenious contrivance is hauled out to the wreck, which cuts the hawser free. The crew then gather up the apparatus, station a guard, and return. The crew return, the little group of men in black oilers and the men they have saved trudge off, tunneling into the wind, the surfboat on its wagon cradle leading the way, the rhythm of the tractor dissolving in the gale. Ridges and piles of broken, twisted wreckage rim the breakers' edges. New wreckage is on its way ashore. Strewings of old, weathered planking, a hatchway sops of sailors' clothing. A maze of footprints traces the desolate beach. The air is full of wind-flung froth and breaker spray. The gale screams unceasing. Just offshore, in the mile of surf, the wreck lies flat, utterly forlorn, and helpless as a toy ship neglected by a giant's child. The guard left behind walks to and fro, rubs his mittened hands, and watches the breakers cover the wreck under mountains of surf, overflow and sluice off in spouting masses and cascades. Breaking up, fishing schooner, rigging frozen up, one of the men with both his hands frozen, yes, got them all.